A stranger has been inquiring about you in your community because, dear child, if you believe in angels, please play this video immediately and watch it in its entirety. The angels say that this is an important message prepared especially for you today. Do not ignore it. Listen to this message with all the peace you can gather in your heart and all the tenderness your soul can bear, because it is not an ordinary matter, nor is it a casual remark. It is not something you can scroll past or ignore. It is sacred. It is sacred. It is timely. It has arrived now, like the calm breeze before a miracle, like the stillness of twilight before dawn, like the sun tearing open the sky with its rays. There is someone you do not yet know, someone your eyes cannot yet truly see, who has been searching for you, not out of curiosity, not out of malice, not to bring chaos, but because your name has stirred something deep within their soul. A stranger is constantly inquiring about you in your community because they know your soul deep within, even though they do not yet know your face. They walk past the doors you have closed in pain. They ask subtle questions, not to expose you, but to understand why their hearts stir every time your name is whispered in the wind. They walk through the places where you once laughed and feel the pain of not having witnessed that joy with their own eyes. You do not know them yet, but they have already brought a part of you into their dreams. You must understand this now, for the time is near, and your soul must be prepared. This stranger is not merely passing through. They are messengers of prayer. They carry a mission. They are the answer to the longing you have buried in disappointment, betrayal, weary breaths, and exhausted prayers. You thought love had forgotten you, you thought meaning had ignored your door. But no, there is a flow you have not yet noticed. And this stranger keeps asking because they know your soul deep down, and some force in the air is telling them that you are no ordinary person. In the quiet corners of your community, people have noticed something unusual. Energy is shifting. A stranger's face appears repeatedly. Someone who seems out of place, yet not entirely out of place. That's because they are drawn, not by force, but by energy. By the familiarity of the geography, but more by the spiritual magnetism. By some force they cannot understand but cannot ignore. They have asked the grocery store owner. They have asked the children playing on the steps. They have asked the person who once helped you carry your bag. They ask questions that seem innocent but are full of purpose. Each question is a clue, each encounter brings them closer to lifting the veil of destiny. And you, the person they are searching for, must understand that the universe does not stir the hearts of strangers without reason. You may think they are just passing through and will leave. But they are not. They are circling back. Again and again. Drawn by a name they cannot even pronounce but desperately want to say. You. You are the reason they are here. Not by chance, not by accident, but by design. Deep within them lies an unease. It all began with a dream. An unrecognizable face. A voice they cannot forget. A feeling that refuses to fade. When they ask others in your community, they hope someone will say, "Yes, I know who you're talking about." And someone does. Now, they are closer to you than ever before. This is not just about romance. It is about a sacred arrangement. It's about the changing of the seasons. It's about being called, not drawn by external factors. Their questions are sacred. Their arrival is orchestrated. They don't seek because of rumors or curiosity. They seek because their souls are responding to a call your soul made long ago. Perhaps in whispers you no longer remember. Perhaps in a tear no one noticed. Perhaps in a moment of silent surrender. When you said, "If someone is meant for me, let them find me," and now they are here, asking, searching, waiting for a door to open, a signal to appear, waiting for your figure to enter their field of vision, so that everything finally makes sense. They don't know your whole story, but they can feel it. When their heart races as they pass by your street corner. When their breath slows as they see your front door. When someone mentions your name by chance, their souls find peace. They are captivated by the beauty they have yet to know, imprisoned by the inevitability of their search for you. This is deeper than desire. It is hunger. Not a hunger for the flesh, but a hunger for meaning. Not a hunger for romance, but a hunger for the sacred collision of two journeys destined to meet. The people around you have noticed, some are curious, some are confused. Some whisper, "Why them?" But strangers persist in asking. Because they are not seeking your status, your story summary, or your reputation. They are seeking your true self. They want to know what you are like when you no longer pretend to be strong. They want to know if your laughter is as enchanting as they imagined. They want to know if the peace they seek exists in the depths of your eyes. They have glimpsed your figure in others' descriptions and felt your presence in others' praise. But they are not satisfied with this until they witness the real you with their own eyes. Those whispers, that unease, the silence of strangers walking on familiar streets, those unnoticed questions are quietly consuming you. You carry a heavy burden. These signs are not accidental. The timing is not a coincidence. You are being called out from the shadows. Not to be the center of attention, but to be revealed in your entirety. That quiet strength, that resilient love, that sacred softness that flows through your breath like a song. God stirs the storm, touches the hearts of strangers, and keeps them from straying. They could have gone many places to search. They could have left when they didn't find you the first time, but they didn't. They came back, time and time again, because the call deep within them was stronger than their confusion. Now, they are closer to you than ever before. Perhaps they have already passed by you without noticing. Perhaps you have brushed past each other without recognizing one another. But soon, very soon, your eyes will meet. In that moment, eternity will be awakened. The time you thought you were being ignored was actually a time of protection. The moments you felt unseen were actually moments of being hidden, waiting for the right person to arrive. And that moment is now. You don't need to force yourself to recognize them. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to pour your soul out. You don't need to prove your worth. Because they already know. Not the surface version of you, but the version of you that appears repeatedly in their dreams. The version of you that their souls have always been pointing toward. The questions they ask aren't for gossip, therefore finding resonance, they want to confirm. And at this moment, their hearts have begun to understand that you are the one and only. The journey is about to end. The search is about to end. But the true beginning is about to unfold. You will see. You will understand. Everything will happen. You will understand why you had to wait. Why others never stayed. Why everything feels right only now. Because the person who belongs to you, the one who was called, has always been on the way. Let your soul calm down. Let your heart open, let your soul rejoice, quietly and reverently. Because what is coming is real. Not fantasy. Not fleeting things. But an existence that will change everything. A love that will not ask you to retreat. A connection that will not ask you to perform. A union that will not ask you to hide. They ask because they are drawn. They are called. And you, my beloved, are being revealed. So, the next time you hear a knock on the door, the next time you feel a movement in the air, the next time your soul stirs for no apparent reason, know that this is no accident. The stranger who has been asking for you is now closer to you than ever before. Not a stranger by chance, but a soul you have known all along. The one who has come to find you is not here to complete you, but to walk alongside you, to discover together the mission that only such love can fulfill. There is a wind blowing through your community. Not the kind you can see swaying trees or shaking windows, but a wind that passes through the heart, whispering a name, echoing not once but many times, and each time it is your name. There is someone you do not know who has been quietly and gently asking for you, as if afraid that the sound of your name would split the sky. Perhaps, in some unseen world, it already has. They are walking on the streets where your soul once silently wept. They linger where you once stood, broken yet pretending to be whole. They wander where your laughter once filled the empty days like honey, where your tears once soaked the earth unnoticed. When they ask your neighbors, do you know them? Have you seen them? I have been searching. Because heaven has been watching. And the moment of silence is about to end. You have never been forgotten. You have never been ignored. Someone feels your pain. You may not recognize that face, but that soul has been intertwined with yours since before the creation of the world. You see, some connections are what time tries to sever, what this world tries to hide, but even silence cannot stop the words that have already been spoken in eternity. They have been asking about everything concerning you, not out of curiosity, but out of a sense of mission. They have been sent. You carry something within you that exists not only in your smile or your presence. It exists in your footsteps. It exists in your prayers. It exists in the invisible weight of your endurance. Something within you is speaking to the heavens, and the heavens have responded. That is why they keep asking. That is why a stranger who knows nothing of your story now walks your neighborhood, his heart racing every time he approaches your door. They don't even know why. But you do. Deep down, you know. Because all this time, you have been waiting for this message. A sign. A whisper. A confirmation. And here it is. You have never been just a face in the crowd, you have never been just a passerby. You have always been different, unclassifiable by the world, feared by many, and imitated by some who fail. You do have talent, but more importantly, you have the anointing. It is this anointing that brings the storm. It is this anointing that makes the night long and lonely. It is this anointing that hides you in plain sight, covered by the world that does not see. Now, this anointing is calling someone to come to you. If you are willing to donate or express your gratitude, you can donate up to $100 as a super thank you. Someone is being drawn to where you are, not to invade, but to seek. Not to disturb, but to honor. They keep asking because your name has stirred up long-forgotten emotions in their hearts, emotions they may have never felt before. They don't know what it is. But they know you carry a fragrance they've never smelled before. It's the fragrance of perseverance. It's the fragrance of peace. It's the fragrance of grace that cannot be put into words. And now, they are being drawn to that fragrance. Like moths drawn to a gentle, sacred flame, the flame you've been trying to hide. This message is for you. They've already asked 4 people. Once near a bakery, once in an alley where children were laughing in the afternoon. Once by the old bench where you sat last week, where you prayed silently. And once by the mailbox you gaze at every morning, hoping for a letter you've received. But you can't describe it. Each time, they ask the same question. Do you know where they live? Their voices are gentle. Their eyes are filled with sorrow and longing. Though they do not know why they are searching, they know they must continue until they find you. Someone is following the echoes of your prayers with their footsteps. Some feel they are seeking peace, but what they truly seek is you. You are the missing piece of their journey, and they have never realized it. You are the melody they have hummed for years, yet they never knew the lyrics. Now, that moment is approaching. Their questions will knock on your door. Their existence will meet yours. All the lonely nights will begin to make sense. This is the season when silence becomes clarity. The mysterious becomes revealed. They are not here to fix you. They are not here to fill the void that only the divine can fill. But they are part of the next journey. They are signs. They are messengers. They are the chapters that are unfolding. You don't need to chase after them. You don't need to prove yourself. You just need to stay open. Stay grounded. Stay true to yourself. Because there is light shining in the way you endure. When you choose compassion over letting bitterness take root in your heart, that choice is so precious. There is beauty in the way you wait without losing hope. Even when you say you have no hope, you still wait. That is why the heavens are drawn to you. That is why strangers pause in your footsteps. Last night, they were at that corner where the wind turned cold, asking about you. They held something in their hands. Something small and precious. Perhaps a note. Perhaps a memory. Perhaps it was words they dared not speak. But they held it tightly, waiting for the right moment. Because a part of them deeply believed that, in some way, you already knew they were coming. The person searching for your name on your street is not bringing chaos, but clarity. They have been touched by me. They have been called by the echoes of your prayers. They are the symbol of what is awakening within you. Believe in the timing. Believe in how things unfold. Believe that you are not alone. Yes, this is a blessing. Not the kind that flashes golden light from the rooftops, but the kind that arrives quietly like the sunrise, gentle yet steadfast, its power undeniable. This blessing will smooth your rough edges. This blessing will put on your shoes and walk slowly. This blessing will whisper your name before you even know how to pronounce it. This blessing will ask questions without expecting answers. It waits. It observes. It wonders. It is getting closer. This message is for you. A whisper begins to echo through the streets where your name is spoken, more frequently than you could have imagined. A stranger, yes, a stranger, has been inquiring about you in your community because there is a melody in your soul that only souls can hear. This is not ordinary curiosity. It is not a passing interest. It is spiritual. It is deeply timely, a sacred calling. This person does not even fully understand why your name keeps appearing in their thoughts, why their footsteps are drawn to places you have walked or corners of your past. But some force is pulling them toward your light. You may feel forgotten and lost. I am a sinner, after all. Some things require teamwork. We are willing to do everything we can to help you. The books you don't have not been overlooked. They are returning in the form of answers, disguised as unexpected people and divine visits. And now, this stranger is being used as a sign. Not only to remind you, but to confirm what you have always felt in your spirit, that God has been working behind the scenes on your behalf. Rest assured, you will be fine. You are not in danger, you are safe. The one who created the heavens and called the stars by name has placed his hand on your shoulder. He has sent angels to guide you. Even when things seem chaotic or unclear, you have never walked alone. All you need to do is trust in God and pray to Him. Keep praying, even when it feels like everything is standing still. Continue to trust, even when it seems completely silent. His silence is not absence. His delay is not rejection. Everything is being carefully arranged. Even this stranger who is asking about your situation is part of your plan. This is the sacred thread. There are whispers in your neighborhood, and not all of them are harmful. Some are gifts from heaven. Some are the keys to unlocking the next chapter of your life. This stranger is not here to harm you, but to help you awaken and become aware of what is happening. You are being watched over. You are being sought after. Heaven is sending messengers, and though they walk among us, they are guided by a higher power. Pay attention. Do not ignore the conversations you overhear or the strangers you encounter by chance. When you belong to God, nothing is accidental. Do you sense a change? Have you felt a stirring in your heart lately, as if something is about to change? That is because it is. Something is being revealed, not to harm you, but to set you free. Finally, God is revealing what has been hidden. Some things have been shrouded in shadow, and some things you were not meant to carry without clear understanding. You now feel a strong light, and this light is shining from deep within you. Now, this light is beginning to shine. Soon, you will understand why certain relationships have no outcome, why some doors have closed, and why some people still remember your name in places you thought had long been forgotten. All of this is part of purification, refinement, and revelation. A stranger has been inquiring about you because they have been saved. Agree. They don't know why, but they feel it is necessary to know you, to understand your story, and to connect with you spiritually. Don't be afraid. Stay alert. Stay spiritually sensitive. Discern, but don't panic. This is not a coincidence. This is a sacred message. It is God tapping you on the shoulder, telling you that you are being watched over. You are being protected, you are being called. Something is about to enter your life, an opportunity, a truth, a moment of revelation. It will not come with fanfare, but quietly. It may appear in a conversation at your doorstep, a glance in a store, a seemingly random specific question. That is your signal. That is your moment. That is the sacred unfolding. Believe in it. Even if you feel misunderstood, God understands you perfectly. Even if you think no one cares about you, someone does. Someone is curious. Someone is drawn to you. Whatever it ultimately brings, healing, love, justice, clarity, or closure, it will bring something. Something beautiful. Something sacred. Something that exists only for you. Some people come from that place. They hear that you are a hero or something else. So be yourself. Feel like someone else. You can be yourself. You can do yourself. Don't think you're strange. Don't think you're anything. There's a secret, but you won't delve into what you believe. Don't be afraid to believe you're the only hope. That's just hope. But believe there's something else in life. That's not hope. Believe in yourself. We believe in ourselves. Don't tarnish your name, but the tide is turning. Now, people are talking about you. To raise your reputation, whispers have reached the right ears. The important ears. The ears that hear God. Don't back down. Don't doubt yourself now. You've come too far. There's something about you that people can't ignore. It's not beauty, talent, or charm. It's anointing. That's why people are drawn to you. That's why even a stranger can't help but ask questions. Your spirit speaks louder than your words. Your presence is unforgettable.